Yeah, we're gonna do an NBA bingo card. So, Frack, if you come up with anything you want us to include it, let us know. Does that make sense? Like we're gonna do and see if throughout the season if we can connect 5. We're gonna make 25 spots. Like one of them, for example, will probably be like LeBron James' knees contact the floor in protest of a referee's decision.
Nice.
So we'll have all kinds of different, bingo cards.
Oh, I have one. I already have one. LeBron.
It can't be a LeBron James bingo card. It cannot be a LeBron James bingo card.
No, what was it anyway? Just give it to us.
LeBron James spanking Bronny James on live TV for being a bad boy.
All right,
we'll be sure to include it.
Yelling at pigeons. Nobody listens. Screaming my vision. Yelling at pigeons.
Welcome to, what is this, episode 5?
Yeah, I think 5.
Of Yelling at Sports.
Yeah.
We have a special guest this week. Today, by the way, is Wednesday, October 9th. And we have our good friend Brian. Brian,
nice.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from the same area as Caleb and Luke.
From the crib.
From the crib, Cambridge, Maryland. Went to high school with actually both their brothers.
It's kind of funny, yeah. Both our brothers, but neither of us.
Yeah, but neither of you all. Nah, man. I've been working in sports for a little bit, so I'm excited to be on here with y'all. Have done podcasting in the past, and it's my comeback.
Shout out the Matt and Frack show.
Shout out Matt and Frack. Yeah, you guys might know we've referenced Yap Matt on here before. This is his old co-host. So
yes. Yeah, no, we did. Yeah, we had a good podcast going.
Yeah, Luke, we will get into sports, but I do. Mm-hmm. Do you remember? I think it was like one of the first times you met Frack.
Oh, I remember. I remember the first time I met Frack, like it was yesterday. So we were at the bowling alley.
Yep.
And he was there. He was there with you for something through Young Life. Oh, can I say that?
I think we just ran into. I think me and you were together, and we just ran into Frack.
Oh, okay, but I think you knew him. I didn't really know.
Yeah, I knew Frack.
I knew. Like he's like it's like I know Jimmy, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, you rode with me, and Frack ended up needing a ride.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, let's give him a ride. I didn't even know him, and we get in the car, and this was when 7 Years by Lucas Graham had just came out, and was popping off. Frack, mind you, I had never met this man in my life. Frack gets in my car.
He was a boy.
Yeah, that's true. I never met this boy in my life.
Like freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
He gets in the back seat of my Tahoe, and I put on 7 Years by Lucas Graham. And Frack, if you've heard that song, there's a part where like it's kind of like, is it supposed to be like a crowd or something? Like there's like a background where it's like Lucas Graham.
Yeah.
Frack,
it's like yeah.
Frack at every single point in the song, except for the right point in the song, would scream, Lucas Graham, at the top of his lungs. So that's like our song now. That's mine and Frank's song.
Yeah,
I've known him.
the
rest is history.
Song.
We ended up being coworkers for a while.
Yep.
And we're BFFs for life.
And then we went to the draft in Philly together, and Frack was he was asleep on the way home.
Rain sweat from the Cunningham jersey.
From the Randall Cunningham jersey. I looked like a complete tool. Like, I had a visor on, and then I had
a city.
I was supporting the city for sure. I looked like a tool bag, though.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Frack, big Philly fan, unless Caleb had a question here.
I did. I had one more. He was, if you know Frack, if you've ever been in the car with Frack, you know that Frack doesn't know the lyrics to any song. He is
well. There's a couple,
but he fell asleep, and at one point, "Push a Man" by Chance the Rapper came on.
Yeah,
Frack wakes up, raps every single word of it,
almost every word,
and then fell asleep.
Yep. And then fell right back asleep. It was awesome.
The funniest thing.
He had this weird because that was granted at that point I had knew Frack a little bit, the whole Lucas Graham thing. That was definitely my first trip. I've done several now. We stopped at McDonald's, and they gave Jimmy the wrong drink. He's like, he ordered like a Sprite or something. They gave him a water. He takes a sip of it. He's like, oh man, they gave me a water. Does anyone want to trade? Frack, in his infinite wisdom, somehow took that as a joke and was like, yeah, I'll trade. And he gets Jimmy's drink and takes a sip of it. He's like, ew, this is water. Yeah, he just told you it was water. Like, what did you expect? Oh man, real had to be their moment. But
we were dying laughing. People listening to this are probably just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's not Campbell. That's my wife. Yeah, that was a fun day. But I was gonna say, speaking of Philly, Frack is a big Eagles fan. If you're one of those that doesn't know him, so Frack, Philadelphia Eagles, go.
Yeah, I mean it's so weird to kind of give a take on like how like the season's going, just because we've dealt with so many injuries. Like obviously there's a couple things you can point out, like hey, Jalen, the turnovers, not good. Like he is a different quarterback than how he was a couple years ago. I mean when he got his money. And I don't know if it's the knee injury. I don't know if he's just overthinking now because he needs to prove that he's worth the money that they signed. There's a ton of different things you can think of, but Jalen's just not playing like how Jalen has, and I think that's a big factor. I think also, we were out like last week. 2 weeks. Well, yeah, last week we were without AJ and Devontae, and then Lane Johnson got hurt. And then we had a couple of other injuries during the game. I mean, and I don't know if, I think that has a big part of why we haven't been as good as we've been. Like the Packers game. I mean, the Packers game is just, it's so weird. Like, I don't know if you just like wiped that because like it was Brazil.
It's in Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I think in my head. I'm like, I don't know if like how that game will go if we were playing in Philly or if we were playing in Green Bay. Like how that game would actually go.
Right.
Like, because I think Jalen played decent. Like, Jalen in the first 2 quarters was awful. But then that fourth quarter, he showed that, hey, he's an elite quarterback, And then, obviously, you got to look at Sirianni in all of this as well. And
he's bad.
He might be.
I don't know if it's like, because here's the thing, I love the aggressive take of like, hey, like, we're going to go for 4th downs, like, we're going to go for this, like, we're going, we're trying to score touchdowns, not field goals. I get that. But then there's also a point in time, it's like, you do have one of the best kickers in the league in Jake Elliott. Like, you get the points when you can, especially in some of these close, grinding out games, like, take the points. Like, we're going to be in close games all year. And I think it's just the NFL in general. The NFL is just more competitive now. Like, there's not, like...
Yeah.
Obviously, you have, like, some really bottom teams, but, like, I mean, you saw in Carolina, like, Andy Dalton came in and freaking had a hell of a game. Like, he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
So you think Kenny Pickett needs to come in?
What you said?
You think Kenny Pickett needs to come in?
No, I don't think Kenny Pickett needs to come in. I think we gotta... I think one of the things, I mean, especially with the last game, Saquon wasn't used enough. Like, we gotta use Saquon more. Like, he has shown that he is probably top 5 running back still in the league. Like, he is balling out when he gets the ball in his hands. You gotta give him the ball more.
If he gets the ball in his hands and holds on to it.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
if he catches the ball.
Catches the ball. And that call, too, I still agree with that call. I think you still do it 10 out of 10 times because, like, how many times will Saquon Barkley drop that pass? Like, in all honesty, like, probably 9 out of 10 times, because he did drop it. He did drop it on that one, but I don't blame the play call. Like, I think that was smart, because, I mean, Jalen probably could have got the first down as well, but, like, Saquon, like, he was wide open. He could get the first down easily.
Now, what do you say to people who say they call him Big Play Slay because that's all he lets up?
Ooh. Slay has been so... Oh, man. I was talking about this with some people, and it kind of makes sense. I think one of the biggest things with the Eagles is that we, right now, don't have a true veteran leader besides Lane, but Lane's not that vocal. He's not a vocal guy.
Yeah.
Like, we had Cox, BG was there, but Cox kept BG in check. Like, like he was like the bigger brother in the situation. And you had Kelsey, and Kelsey, Kelsey was there, and he was the leader of the offense. I think now you have Slay, who is the leader of the defense. And I don't know if he has the leadership qualities to lead us.
Tough to be a leader with the last name Slay in its current use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Frank, you were a huge, like, did you have a Cox jersey?
Yeah.
Which colorway did you have that?
It was the black one.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
It's a black Cox jersey.
Yeah, I have a black Cox jersey, and then I had a.
And what you're a bigger guy. What size do you think that was?
It was a big one. It was a big one.
You had a big black Cox jersey.
Yeah, black Cox jersey. Yeah, a big one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Totally normal.
Do you think how has the defense been playing this year?
Dude, I think it's obvious.
The pass rush is hurting.
It's not there, but I think it's because like I was actually just talking to my dad on the ride home from my job, and I was talking to him, and I saw the guy that used to do the NFL Network analyst stuff, Brian Baldinger, I think.
Yeah, Baldy's breakdown.
Yeah, Baldy. Yeah, dude, he did a great breakdown on Bryce Huff, and it was basically like the Eagles aren't using him right.
Yeah.
Because the Jets would have him in a 4-point stance and just do a speed rush on the tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're asking Huff to do too much. And we're asking him to be a Hassan Reddick type player, but he isn't Hassan Reddick. He's Bryce Huff. He is known for his speed.
Do you think there's anybody that maybe on the trade market similar to Hassan Reddick? That
I think so, but I don't think we're going to pay him the money.
Do you think?
I think that's the biggest thing.
Do you think like you guys need to bring someone in, right?
I think so, or I think Fangio kind of has to realize that he needs to use Huff differently.
Do you think that if you had like a guy like Micah Parsons, it would be different?
Yes, obviously. Maybe if you asked me a couple years ago, probably not. But now, I think. I think one of the biggest things, I was a. I would say I was a.
What was the quote?
I am not saying that on this podcast, but
there was quite a friendly wager, not cash related.
Not cash related, yeah.
In regards to what would happen if the Eagles drafted Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if "friendly" is the word, but there were things that were said.
Let's just say someone said they would not be. They didn't want to be here anymore if the Eagles.
They weren't going to be around, whatever that might mean.
Which I get it. I get it. Like,
yeah,
you got Devontae, but like Devontae's not playing for the Eagles right now.
You're completely right. Devontae.
Mike is not playing for the Cowboys.
That's true.
That's
true. This is his first injury like ever.
Yeah, I know. It's insane to see it.
Sorry, Frank. I just had to ask you that question because
yes, no,
we're talking about how bad the pass rush is, and
yeah, but when you look at the interior, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are not doing a bad job. Like Jalen Carter's having great games.
Yeah, but they're being just doubled every play because you don't have to worry about the outside.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Yeah.
All right, let's get into some games. Did you guys watch that Bucs-Falcons game on Thursday? That was crazy.
That was crazy. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a very crazy game with a very good ending to it for sure.
Kirk Cousins, what was that, 509 passing yards or something?
Yeah.
Unreal.
Dude, it was an unreal game. Kirk looked good. Yeah,
I watched that, and then right after it was over, I got on TikTok, and the first thing that came up was a live of Rashard Higgins. You remember him from the Browns?
Yeah.
He was playing Call of Duty and watching the game, and he was like a minute behind me because it was a stream, so there's a lag. And he goes, "Oh, look at Hodge. Hodge running like he's running from a pit bull. Touchdown Falcons." I was like, what random. That's not what I expected to open up TikTok to.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. That was a crazy game.
Great game.
Yeah.
Question is, who gets... Nope. Bad question. Never mind. I was going to say, who gets NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff, who didn't play?
Yeah.
Jared
I was
Goff was
mixing
awesome.
up weeks. Yeah, mixing up weeks. But next we had the London game, bruv.
Oi, bro.
Did not
Somebody
know
had
we
the-
had a
the
London
Jets.
game
Some
this
beans-
week.
Beans on
Jets and the
toast.
Vikings. 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I
Aaron
didn't know.
Rodgers.
I was at my desk at work, and no, my bad. Yeah, I was at my desk at work, and I was like, "Oh, there's a football game going on right now." Totally forgot.
Aaron Rodgers and Sam Donald.
Yeah.
That's the quarterbacks.
the Vikings are good.
Vikings are really
Oh
good.
yeah.
I said
Yeah.
last week they were good, and then we were doing our picks, and we got to this game, and it was like, I'm not sure. And I quickly reminded myself, like, no, you just said the Vikings are legitimately a good team. You got to stand on it. And I'm glad I did because
and-
they are.
Yep. Speaking of our picks, we are awful.
Yeah. We got a problem.
Did you wear that jersey
gotta
because
fix
we were 1-7 this week?
Yeah, that actually works out. No, honestly, usually it's a Bills jersey, but this was just near me.
Yikes.
And we were about to
Yikes,
do
boys.
sports, and I'm like, I'll throw the Plaxico on.
Hey, Frack, we never said that we were smart.
True. That's very true.
Very true.
We
In
never
fact,
claimed-
we
That's
have
good.
emphatically claimed the opposite.
That's good.
And
you need
yeah,
to
we've proven
make sure you keep it real if you're all like your audience.
Yeah,
Like you
and
need,
we've proven
you
it.
need to make
Actions
sure
are
that you
louder
know.
than words.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
let's
next-
try to speed through these because I do
Yeah.
want to talk college football
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
if we're allowed.
Dolphins, Patriots. Both teams so bad. Dolphins won by 5.
So bad.
Panthers,
So
Bears. Bears might
So
be
bad.
back.
Or good.
They
So
look
bad.
good.
Right back. Caleb Williams look good.
Caleb Williams look very good.
I want to cut up every sports podcast that people talk about. Like, Caleb Williams or Caleb is looking good. And just because they don't ever say his last name. They're just like, Caleb looks good. Caleb looks good.
Thanks, man.
Just to
Thank
feed
you.
into that
Appreciate it.
self-ego.
I need to.
You already got people claiming that you're taller than me.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna
Yeah.
have talking heads saying you look good every day.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I need it.
Colts, Jags. We would talk about this if we had a representative of the show at the game, but I highly doubt any one of us were there.
I was on the game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, it was a fun game to be at. There was this guy in front of us that had one of those fake chain, the plastic chains that has the logo, the team logo on it.
Yeah.
And every time the Jags would get a first down, he would stand up and he would do swirl it around and go, Jags first down, and he was the announcer announcing, and he just kept standing up in front of this guy the entire time, and he was in his 40s, and didn't have a ring on his finger, so I could just imagine him being at a bar, talking to a girl, and her being like, so what do you do? And he's like, yeah, every week at the Jags games, I still do the Jags first down, move the chains chant in
That
the
rocks.
400 section.
Football guy. Absolute football
No,
guy.
it was a fun game. Joe Flacco looked good. The Jags were up 2 scores, and Colts fans started to leave, and then Joe Flacco brought him back, but the Jags got a field goal at the end.
Dude, I'm actually very surprised with the media not trying to push Joe Flacco. Is he better than they are? I'm happy that's getting no. AR is a pretty good quarterback. He just needs to stay healthy.
Even if you're someone that thinks he's not, because he is still a raw talent.
Yeah.
It's very clear that you still have to let him play. You have to see what you have at
but
least.
but there's something about Flacco.
Just something about Flacco. Something about Flacco, yo.
Something about
Flacco,
Flacco,
yo.
But there's also a fan. I was walking by, and there was one Colts fan with a Anthony Richardson jersey, and Jags fans weren't doing anything, they weren't poking him or anything. They're just doing the Duval chant, which is a lot of fun to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy just turned around and started chirping Jags fans for no reason, and then they were
Not even that bad.
they were like, you just lost. You got come on, chill. And then he was like, yeah, but y'all are 1-4, and they were like, yeah, but we beat y'all. You're saying that we're 1-4, but you're the reason for the 1. And I thought that was really funny.
Tough scene.
Tough scene.
Bengals, Ravens. I'm gonna sound like a hater here, but boy, did the Ravens get lucky. And I will preface, they're playing awesome. I'm not when I say that, I'm not saying they're a
they
bad
put up
team that
41
lucked out.
points.
They put up 41 points. They smoked the Bills last week, so I have no room to talk. But late fumble sets the Bengals up in a great spot. They go to kick the field goal, bad snap, miss the field goal, and then Derrick Henry next play just pretty much to the house. Yeah. So credit to them, they're playing really good football. But man, they had a little luck on their side.
Are the Ravens truly getting lucky because they blow so many fourth quarter leads? Like, are they lucky?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This week they lucked out because they almost blew the game with a fumble in overtime, and then the Bengals missed the field goal on a bad snap.
Yeah,
or they would have lost. But listen,
sure.
Sometimes you create your own luck, which I can't really say that they did. It was a bad snap, but still, they won nonetheless. The record, the scoreboard. What's the word I'm looking for? Your team record doesn't care about if you're lucky or not. It just shows the number.
True.
Browns
Bills
Commanders?
Texans 23-20. Browns Commanders 34-13.
We're not remember that game.
What do you mean? I was Giants.
I was gonna open this. I was gonna open this episode being like, I want to talk about playoff baseball and college football. That's all I want to talk about this week.
Yeah, I would have been down. The Bills. I mean, still trying to get healthy. Still a new team that's trying to, all of our key pieces are new outside of the quarterback. So it's it takes time. It takes time. I'm not really that stressed. I think we still look at least solid. We're struggling in multiple areas, but it's still pretty early. The division looks bad as a whole. I'm not really that concerned.
Speaking of lucky, the Bills are lucky that the rest of the division is as bad as
we are. No, we really are. If the division was what it was last year, we'd be in a really bad spot right now. But I'm not stressing at all. We're going to, at bare minimum, we're going to be in contention for the division late. If we win against the Jets next week, we're going to be in a really good spot. So, I don't know. I'm not that worried yet. It's not late enough in the season to get worried. We'll be fine. So, that's that game.
What was going on at that? Why did they just deep shots?
So, this is a hot take. I don't know why people are mad about that. They're like, why wouldn't you run the ball? Make them use their timeouts. Like, they didn't really need they would have used them. That's why you don't run the ball, because you run the ball 3 plays in a row. They use their timeouts 3 plays in a row.
Yeah.
And now you're punting them the ball, and they're going to field the punt basically already in field goal range because Fairbairn's a really good player. And now that did happen anyway, and they didn't have to use their timeouts because we passed. But we were passing to try to prevent that. Running the ball is not going to – unless you break one loose, you're not going to prevent that. So I haven't seen a lot of people that don't think it was a crazy thing. I don't think it was that crazy. Yeah. And the third down, to Joe Brady's credit, he's called a horrible last couple games. Like, Curtis Samuel was open. The line didn't block. Josh got hit while he was throwing. The ball didn't make it there. Like, if the line lands a couple blocks, we get a first down there, and we're probably at least going to overtime.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't think it was that crazy. Yeah. But it is what it is. Browns, Commanders.
The Browns are bad. Jalen Daniels is very good.
Yeah, is this a double revolution game? The Browns officially so bad, the Commanders officially so good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy about Watson. Just like
he doesn't want to be there.
No, he does. Like, okay, can someone truly explain to me? I don't know if anyone watched this live. I saw the replay of this. Did Deshaun Watson just walk off the field at the end? Like, on that
he's a
one
bomb.
play? Or was it because I saw two different things. I saw that he walked off just because he didn't want to do the play call, but then I also saw another one that there was 12 guys on the field and they didn't want to burn a timeout. Like, I was super confused.
Yeah, I don't really know. I just know that he clearly does not really care about football right now, which, granted, there is a lot of stuff going on in his life.
Yeah.
But, he is so bad. That is the worst contract. We've talked about it so many times on this show.
Worst contract of all time. Not even just in sports. It might be the worst contract that's ever been signed by a human.
Nobody's going to want to trade for him. He doesn't want to play football. He doesn't remember how to play football. Jameis Winston would be so much more fun, but also give you a better chance at winning football games than Deshaun Watson. I love Jameis, but some people might think that is even Jameis would win games. But Jameis Winston would win games and be fun to watch. Because every time the ball leaves Jameis's hands, whether it's good or bad, it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
you almost have to wonder if they just want at this point. They're just like, it's fine if Deshaun figures it out and he's good, great. If not, we're not going to bench him. We're just going to suck and get a high pick.
Yeah,
and that has to be their thought process because it's very clear that Jameis would be better right now.
Yeah, and at this point, he's making so much money, it's hard for you to bench him because it's so much money, Nobody should nobody should be paying him that much money.
We did have a comment from Leroy Bickerstaff on Twitter saying about this game. He said 4th and 2 in the red zone, and we can't simply get a play called or line up right. The problems are way beyond 4. Everyone knows that. This is someone who has been very clearly is Deshaun Watson's burner. That was identified a few weeks ago. He had if you go to his account, Leroy Bickerstaff, every tweet is about 4. He doesn't say Deshaun Watson's name. It's just defending 4 over for this, for that. So that was Deshaun's thoughts on the game, possibly.
Yeah.
But he's really bad. He is really bad at football, and the team is really bad for it.
Yeah, and I love to see it. I said this past week that I am starting to hate Browns fans more than Ravens fans, and
there's there's a large sect of Browns fans that reminds me of Bills fans, and I feel bad for them. But the ones that defended Watson and were happy about the move and stuff, they deserve this. I'm glad to see it being an absolute failure for those people. And the Browns brass for bringing him in, they deserve it too. So I don't feel bad for him at all.
Have we really? I haven't been paying attention to a lot of games. Is Myles Garrett hurt? Did I miss that?
I don't know.
That's my knowledge. He might just be having a bad year.
He has no stats from this game.
Interesting.
He might be hurt. I don't remember. He did. He did because I remember they were saying that Micah got hurt, then Garrett got hurt, and it was 3 pass rushers that got hurt.
Okay, makes sense.
Maybe it was DeMarcus Lawrence. Was that the same week as Micah too?
Maybe, yeah.
Or I forget, but yeah, it was something like that.
The next game would have been Raiders Broncos. I think Pat Surtain's the defensive player of the year so far.
He's so good,
dude,
and I don't think he's getting talked about enough. He is who's playing better on that side of the ball right now? I truly don't think anyone is. He is so good at football.
Yeah.
When we just talk about someone that's bad at football, he's the opposite.
Yeah,
he's
incredible.
Good.
He is so good. He's been good every year he's been since he's been in the league. He's always been a really good player. It's just I think now he can kind of show off a little bit, especially when you have an Iowa legend on the other side of you and Riley Moss. You know, gotta pick
this week.
I think he showed why he was the top corner at Alabama, why he was one of the top corners coming out of high school, and now he's one of the maybe the best corner in the NFL. He has just been elite everywhere he's gone.
I think he is the best, and honestly, I don't think it's new. I think he has been for a couple of years.
I don't think
he is.
I don't think it's close. I think because he plays for Denver, and Denver hasn't been good recently, they get overlooked. But 2 picks and one of them being a 100-yard pick 6. Correct? Did he take one to the house? That is insane. And he's good receivers just aren't getting open on him.
Yeah.
Some of the best just are getting 1 to 2 catches a game. And that's the definition of lockdown. I like Pat Surtain a lot. And the Raiders have issues everywhere.
Dude.
Bad. What? I hate to say it, but the Antonio Pierce experiment might not be working.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I like him.
See, this is where you have the instant of a player coach being too much like a player in this moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
This is why, Antonio Pierce, he did great things when he was the intern, but I think when you have someone that doesn't have the head coach mindset, this kind of the CEO style of it, and they think that they're one of the players on the team and they can act like one of the players on the team, that's where you're going to have failures. You're going to have, him liking Devontae Adams, rumors about him being traded and stuff like that. You can't have that as a head coach. You're just bringing too much attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. What was the Next game here.
Cardinals Niners.
Cardinals Niners.
I almost picked the Cardinals to cover, and they won.
Yeah.
They won.
Upset. Nice upset. Divisional upset, too. Kyler looks pretty good. I still want them to get Marvin Harrison more involved, but he's not that he's playing bad. I just would like for them to force feed him because he's really, really good.
Yeah, he only had 2 receptions this week.
Also, guys, there's a slim chance Frack just is not recording right now and hasn't been for a while. No fault of him.
No, there's a red dot up on the left corner for me.
Okay, I got a thing that said Frack's video stopped recording a couple minutes ago. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So hopefully we're good. I do see the red dot as well. So just kind of crossing our fingers here.
I had a call. I had a call come in, and
Oh, maybe that affected it. So maybe just stop for a second and then I don't know.
But hopefully. Kyler doesn't look awful. He's passing the ball well. He did have an interception, but he also had a passing and a rushing touchdown. But the Cardinals are fun to watch.
They are.
And
fun team.
the 49ers are banged up still.
Yeah.
I don't think the season's over for the Niners.
No.
Yeah, that's all I really have on that game. Luke, you're
my Giants.
Your Giants.
Yeah. Again, haven't abandoned the Bills. This jersey was just next to me, so I threw it on. But if you don't, one thing about me, I have a lot. That's like my thing. I collect jerseys, so I have a lot of different. It's always the Bills, but if you see me in something else, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But anyway, Giants 29-20 over Seattle. I still think Seattle's a better team, but Giants showed up and they balled out.
Yes.
And I think the field goal block might have been illegal. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard someone talking about like they pushed down on the long snapper's shoulders.
Yeah, I've heard mixed because it's not technically a block. Like something about they got down mostly on the guard. I don't know. One way or another, they got away with it, and it looked sick.
But cool for
really
Isaiah Simmons to get some looks because I thought he was going to be so good coming out of college, and he was
a Madden cheat code his rookie year.
Yeah, dude, he was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, but I think what the thing with Isaiah Simmons is, it's just like the Cardinals screwed him up. Screwed him up completely because they're like, oh, he's a safety. Oh, he's a linebacker. Oh, he's an edge. He's this. He's like, you got to give the man a assigned role or just like use him as a true Swiss Army knife. Don't try to just keep him in one lane, like cross-train him if you have to. But they were just trying to figure out, oh, he's going to be the starter in this position. Like, just have him go all around. Like, he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, super athletic. He can definitely play multiple positions. But he hasn't found a lot of success at any position yet, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So hopefully he'll find it. Maybe the next team, he'll go be a pass rusher for the Eagles.
There you go.
They could use that. But yeah, the Seahawks, like I said, the Seahawks I think are still good. I don't think they're in trouble. That division isn't. I mean, everybody's 3-2 essentially, except for the Rams. But or the Cardinals 2-3.
I think
Cardinals and Niners are 2-3. But yeah, so there's still hope. The Rams are 1-4. Well, yeah, everybody.
Shout out Tyrone Tracy, by the way. 18 carries for 129 yards.
Yeah,
balled out. Almost picked him up in the league. Well, I guess we're all three in 2 different leagues. In Matt's, I had to pick up a running back because all my guys were either hurt or on a bye, and I picked up Cam Akers instead of Tyrone Tracy. I really wish I would have picked up.
That's tough.
Yikes.
That's tough.
Yeah, so that's
tough.
But yeah, I'm really bad in that league, by the way. 12th in points scored. And I have 1 win. I'm 12th in points scored and 12th in points against, which means I've had the easiest schedule and I still suck. So,
hey, that's
not
crazy.
looking good.
Not looking
that's crazy.
Not looking good.
Packers Rams. Packers are good.
Yeah, Jordan Love, good.
They're 3-2 and they're 4th in the NFC North,
which is insane.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, so that might end up being the best division sport in football. This year.
Sports.
In sports.
Oh,
they're gonna go play basketball. They're gonna shoot everybody. But yeah, again, the Rams are just so hurt. Like they're missing their top 2 receivers. They're going through it right now. That interception was hilarious. I didn't see it until later because
I saw it live. It was insane. It was.
The deep ball to Jaden Reed was sick though, like 60 air yards in a bucket.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So cool.
So I mean, I feel like he kind of gives us a hybrid between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, where he can like
emphasis on us because we own the team.
Yeah, we do.
So.
But like he's a gunslinger, but he can also be like very accurate.
And then he's just got one tiny grain of Will Levis in him.
Yeah,
just
one.
It's
gonna be so funny.
Grain. Yeah.
But he might throw some picks. It might be, but it's going to be okay because he has the arm talent and he has like.
If your gunslinger doesn't do some dumb plays here and there, he's not a gunslinger.
Yeah.
True.
So.
Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah. Those are the games from this week.
Sad point about that game. I just wanted to point out Trey White, healthy scratch. Sad.
Yeah,
that's my review of that. Sad.
Maybe
Makes me sad.
Get traded.
Doesn't matter. He's just not the player. He too many injuries. He's not the player he used to be, and it makes me so sad because, like, from a personality standpoint, he's one of my favorite Bills of all time. Just seems like literally the best dude. So you hate to see that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So that's all the games from this week.
No. Shout out Matumbo. Cowboys, Steelers. The defense. First of all, the defense does play football.
The defense played football. The special teams
defense
played
a lot of football.
3
they
turnovers.
Just needed to play one more play of football.
They did. They played one more play of football, and they couldn't get to the fumble.
Yeah, that fumble, the forced fumble itself was awesome.
Awesome. Landon Roberts.
And then
jumped across.
Nobody landed on
it,
man.
Yeah. You know that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward like hurt his back, and then SpongeBob just comes flying out of nowhere like head first and slams to his back and fixes it?
Yeah.
That's like how I pictured him going at it. Like he's like just head first into the ball.
Yeah.
And then Dak jumped on the ball, and it was hard. It was a hard game to watch. I woke up at 6:00 Sunday morning to go to Jacksonville so I could tailgate and go to the game. Drove back to make it back in time for the game, and then had to stay up till 1:00 to watch the Steelers
because of the delay.
Lose.
Playing football full speed at 1 a.m. is crazy.
I did.
Yeah, it's insane.
I did see a stat today.
That's wild.
Dak Prescott is the first player to throw an interception in 2 different days in the same game.
Legend.
That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. He threw one like in the first half, and then threw one in the fourth quarter and after 12.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I think the offense has problems. I don't know what's going on with George Pickens. He was not on the field for a decent amount of time.
Well, because he was doing the lazy route thing. I think they might have pulled him off there because of that. I saw some like all 22 clips on Twitter. He was doing the lazy route.
He also grabbed the player by the face mask and threw him to the ground.
I watched that clip, and it was like disgusting and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
The way that he just like. The way that it's not even like he was like aggressive about it. The guy was just running by with the ball, and he just like reached out his hand, grabbed it, and flipped him. It was like the most nonchalant thing ever.
Yeah.
The Steelers need another receiver.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Only there was one that's trying to leave, like I don't know, Vegas or something.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
On the market.
But yeah, I think the Steelers could the defense still plays football, and I think in these like AFC North games, the defense will be able to hold up and make them gross, disgusting games that you just have to win. I am still high on Justin Fields. I think I've seen people saying that if Russ is healthy, you got to see what he does. But at the same time, like Justin Fields didn't lose us the game last week, and the play calling was awful in the fourth quarter this week. We're just running the ball like nonstop. After he just went 4 for 4 and threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Like how are we like what is going on here? Like and I think he's like he's trying to be too much of a pocket passer. I think he's hyper focused on being a pocket passer when he needs to also be able to make plays on his feet.
Yeah.
But I think that's like coming from the end of the season with the Bears last year, where they were like really pushing for him to be a pocket passer and not run the ball. Because the rest of the season he was rolling out, making plays on his feet, and getting players open just from being able to scramble in the backfield. I don't think the Steelers' season's over. I wish I would have put a future on the Ravens when they were 0-2 to win the division. But just for the money, because the Ravens look good. But I still think there's hope for the Steelers. They have a relatively soft schedule, aside from like the Chiefs and the AFC North, because you never know what's going to happen with those games.
Yeah. No, I mean, at the end of the day, if you can play defense and not turn the ball over, you got a shot every game. So.
Yeah, and then Pat Fryermuth fumbled a ball, so like that could have been a game changer.
Yeah. Well, it was.
Yeah. But
that was week 6.
George Pickens dropped a ball on like a 3rd and 4, like went right through his hands, and he was wide open. And then the Steelers had to punt, and then the Colts went on like a 12-play drive and scored a touchdown, and that's just
the Colts.
Not the Colts. The
I was
going to
say talking about last week.
The Cowboys. Sorry.
Wow.
Cowboys. Sorry, I told you.
What
I'm
an idiot!
So
What a dumb idiot!
Dude, stupid.
So dumb.
So dumb.
Week 6. Week 6 recap. Niners Seahawks should be really good on Thursday.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we should mention Chiefs Saints happening last night.
Yeah.
We definitely know what happened, but we're going to gatekeep it because, you know, why
Mahomes actually drop kicked someone in the end zone too, which is gonna be insane when that kid. Yeah,
if you haven't seen that, go to Twitter. It's on there probably somewhere.
Yeah, I hope the kid's okay.
And then Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift after this game. I don't know why
on the
jumbotron. I don't know why he decided. It just said on the jumbotron said, "Taylor, will you marry me?" Signed Travi.
Travi.
And that was really cool.
And Kareem Hunt joined in on the drop kicking as well.
more like
he knows a thing
Hunt.
or two.
Am I right?
Yeah, the kid actually got dropped down to the ground, and then Kareem Hunt picked him back up and drop kicked him again. It was
somehow he still wouldn't be their most controversial punter on the team.
Nope.
Or kicker in general.
That's a good point. They got quite a group of kickers on that team.
They should say that. They should start a podcast called Controversial Kickers.
Yeah, it's all 3 of them.
Oi, bro, we've got another London game.
Do we?
Yeah, it's Jaguars and Bears.
Oh, that's right, the Bears.
Trevor,
Caleb Williams, Prince Williams himself.
We just say the names of the starting quarterbacks. I think this one is at.
That's right, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams. That's your
I think this one's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Tottenham,
the footy club.
The footy club.
Yes, it could be a good game. Could be. Who knows? The Jags looked good this week, but they haven't looked good recently. But it's also a home game for the Jags. But not this week, but next week. Bet on the Jags because it's their second game in a row in London.
Yeah, so they'll already be adapted. I was really mad last year because they made the Bills play them in the second week game, and I felt like that was unfair. So whoever plays them next week, I agree with you. It's unfair.
Next week is the Patriots. So
it's not unfair.
That's super fair.
Unfair. Suck it up, and go play some football. Okay, you're grown men. Figure it out. It's not that hard,
dude. Fans of this show, as we have fans of the show, should be jealous of Frack right now for getting a front row seat to our brains working. Like, of course, he's seen us before, like in person hanging out, but like seeing our brains work on this show in person has to be just a work of art.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's something else.
Live yapping is that much more annoying. This was the only way we could get Frack to listen to the show, make him come on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if I came on it, I will listen to it nonstop. It'll honestly just be this episode. Like, I'll just replay this in my car for the
if
next 3 weeks.
you get to the end of the year, it's going to be like, this episode has 1,000 listens.
this is Frack every day.
Every commute to work, I'm listening to myself just talk.
He sets it to he sets his alarm as this.
Yeah, as my first words on the podcast. Yeah.
Bucks and Saints should be fun. I guess we don't know. I mean, we do know what happened, but we're not going to talk about it in the Monday night game with the Saints.
Of course.
But Tampa Bay is going to get hit by another hurricane this week, so maybe they'll get some of that energy. And
so they're actually going to be practicing at Tulane.
Interesting.
This week.
Bring weight.
Yeah, so they're going to be in Tulane. So they're going to be in New Orleans the whole week. So that's a little bit of an interesting, obviously
home game.
I feel like this has happened before, but yeah, I mean they get to be around the area for the whole week, so that's going to be something new.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
nice little tidbit.
Yeah.
We love tids and bits on this show.
We do.
So.
We do.
I love Timbits.
Yes, Timbits. Yes. Shout out Tim Hortons and the time that Frack stole my Timbits.
I did not steal your damn Timbits.
You stole them. They didn't disappear.
We're not. I'm not.
I set them in the back seat, and then they were gone. And then they were gone. They didn't get up and walk away.
Okay, if y'all don't know me, I am a bigger guy. I think this is just because I'm big, and it's just like, hey, no.
I wasn't even saying that. I wasn't saying that. No, it was because you were the only person in the back seat, and that's where they were. That's why.
Tomato. I'm just saying the same exact things you were saying.
Anyway, Cardinals, Packers.
Dare I say they were even Tim Beebs, not even Team Bits.
Fellas.
So, please them.
We good?
Unreal.
Are we good?
Unreal.
That was funny. Cardinals, Packers should be fun. Again, I think the Cardinals are better than what their record shows, but I also think the Packers are better than what their record shows.
Yeah.
As crazy as that is to say. But yeah, should be fun. Colts, Titans. Titans are so bad.
Yeah. They are so bad.
And the Colts are only 1 point favorites. I'm excited for a Will Levis viral moment this week.
Masterclass.
Yeah.
Second viral moment of his life.
Not second, but I do know what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
I do know.
Yeah. Browns at Eagles. Eagles are 8.5 point favorites.
It's a get-back game. Get-back game. Everyone's healthy. We're going to get that get-back, and then
Get
if
back
we
like
don't,
getting revenge, or
no, we're getting the get-back on actually playing good football. So it's going to be fun.
Getting back on track.
Yeah, getting back on track.
Now, do we know if Deshaun Watson is going to play? Because I know Terry Bradshaw recommended having him put down. I don't know if you guys saw that.
He did.
Getting euthanized?
If I'm the Browns here, I think it's time you got to put Deshaun Watson down.
Yeah.
They were like, do you mean bench? Because I don't think you want to put him down. I don't think that's
that was
necessary.
Crazy.
Terry
Terry Bradshaw's up there. He might need to get put down.
That's true. Speaking of misspeaking, I haven't seen this covered a ton, but in the Bills game, the referee called the football a basketball. It was hilarious. He was like, he's like, the ruling on the field, the runner was out of bounds before he fumbled the basketball. First down. So
nice.
That's funny.
Apparently, the ref coaches basketball at high school.
Ball's always on his mind.
Yeah. Texans, Patriots. The Patriots are so bad.
So bad.
And that's all we have to say about that, really.
Could this be a caught off guard game for the Texans? Coming off a big win?
I think it could. It's in New England. We might be getting a little bit of cold weather up there. I don't know. I haven't really looked, but it's that time of year where you can just get a surprise.
Nico Collins, is he going to play?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
I hope so. I hope so.
Ravens are 6.5 point favorites against the Commanders, which feels like a lot for how well the Commanders have been playing, but also their defense is really bad.
Battle for the DMV. Their defense is bad. Their quarterback's really good. That game's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun. That's going to be a fun offensive game, for sure. Like,
It's going to be very. It's not going to be that offensive. They changed their name.
Yeah.
True.
I don't think the game will be that offensive. They have a new name now. It's fine.
Yeah, true. They're all good.
Then Steelers Raiders. This is a get back game. I feel like for the Steelers.
Yeah, there you go. Get back. Yeah.
Definitely.
And I also, this is breaking news. The Steelers will be flying home with Devontae Adams.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, nice.
Walk into your trap. Walk into your trap. Take your trap.
Yeah,
whatever the saying
there you go.
is.
Bankroll fresh. Attaboy.
Yeah. They're gonna.
R.I.P.
And that's what
R.I.P.
Pittsburgh.
Dang,
Steelers play that in the locker room after every road win.
What was it you used to call me, Frack? It wasn't bankroll fresh.
Money bag Luke.
Money maker. Money bag yo.
Money
bag yo.
Money bag. I won like one bet, and Frack just called me money bag yo for the next like 2 years.
Yep.
Well, we haven't won one bet this season. But yeah, I think the Raiders don't know what they're doing at quarterback. We said the same thing about Pierce. Like, we don't know what's going on. I think this is a game. Steelers a get right game, and they say, hey, if we win, give us Devontae for a bag of chips. And
ooh, how about this? Hear me out. Let them pick a player, and you guys race for pinks. If you guys win, you get Devontae. If they win, they get whoever it is they picked.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
You can each pick like 2 or 3 players that are off limits.
Yeah.
And then after that, they get to pick whoever
say,
they play for.
If we were doing that, like Max Crosby and TJ Watt on the same defensive line would be insane.
Yeah. Both of those guys would probably be the first people off the board.
Yeah. Plus TJ would probably love living in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm sure. But back to Devontae Adams. He posted that picture of Edgar Allan Poe, and then the quote right after that was like, "Believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see." And then Ravens fans are like, "Oh, he's coming to Baltimore because of Edgar Allan Poe." Luke, I brought this up to you, Frack. I want to know what you think of this theory.
Yeah.
In the poem, The Raven, right?
Okay. Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily like friends. Edgar Allan Poe wasn't friends with the Raven, right? But he did respect the Raven. He was annoyed by the Raven, but he did respect the Raven, right? He's not he didn't post a picture of the Ravens. He posted a picture of Edgar Allan Poe. What team in the NFL do you think is against the Ravens, but also has a tremendous amount of respect for the Ravens?
Ooh.
That would be in that Edgar Allan Poe.
That would be. That's interesting. That's a good one there.
This was a layup.
Oh, was it? I honestly,
it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, Frack. They always talk about, like, anytime there's interviews, they're like, yeah, we don't like them, but we respect them.
Oh, I never read the poem, so I didn't know.
Oh, it wasn't
also,
about that. It wasn't really about the poem.
Once the poem starts, once upon a midnight jury. What team just played after midnight?
Oh, the Cowboys.
Steelers.
They don't have money.
Steelers.
So, breaking news: Devontae Adams will be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
First reported by Yelling at Pigeons.
Yep. Chargers Broncos. The Chargers are favorites, but I think if the Broncos defense keeps playing like they are, and Bo Nix can play decent football,
sometimes,
I think it's in Denver.
Mile high. Yeah.
But it is also
Denver's
the Chargers
coming
off.
And Denver's coming off a big win.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a letdown spot.
It could be a fun game. Falcons Panthers. Panthers are so bad.
So bad. Easy
So
Falcons
bad.
dub.
Easy. Lions Cowboys will be fun.
Yes, but Cowboys are going to lose.
Cowboys are going to lose. They're coming off a big win at a late night. Lions are coming.
They're still going to be tired.
Yeah,
they were up so late.
Yeah, and the Lions are coming
from all sleep.
And the Lions are coming off a bye.
Yep.
Yeah. Bengals Giants. Bengals need this win so bad.
If they lose, that's it. They're done.
Yeah,
they're done.
Officially writing them off
bad.
if they lose this game.
This is a Sunday night game. This being a Sunday night game is absolutely trash.
That's nasty work. That's nasty work.
If we were flexing Commanders Ravens in that spot would have been fun.
I'd even take Cardinals Packers.
Yeah.
Lions that feels like Lions Cowboys would have been.
It does.
I feel like NBC loves both of those teams.
Why do the Giants the Giants were so bad last year and weren't projected to be good this year? Why would we give them a Sunday night game? Some teams, how long was it for the Bills to even have a Sunday night game or a Monday night game? They were just playing one Thursday night game a year?
Up until a couple years ago, don't quote me on this, I want to say it was 11 years.
That
gap.
That they do not deserve. The Giants do not deserve.
Game we had played was a game that got flexed. I can't remember why it got flexed because it was going to be a blowout, and it was a blowout. It was Bills-Patriots. When the Patriots were like really when they went undefeated.
Bless you.
So,
Thank you.
And then Bills-Jets.
Bills-Jets.
Which we will probably be recording Tuesday next week for sports.
Yeah, true. Although it doesn't start early.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't make any promises. We'll see.
Yeah.
Figure it out. And that's sports.
Must win for the Bills?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a must win. It would be big. It's a big game, but if we lose, it's not the end of the world. We'll have the same record, and they'll just have the tiebreaker. So you're talking half a game with a lot of football left. So because obviously neither Bills or Jets, neither one of us are worried about the Patriots or the Dolphins. So if we walk out of this game tied and they just have the head-to-head, it's not that big of a deal. It will suck, and Bills Mafia will be losing their absolute minds, calling for McDermott's head for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll stay pretty level-headed.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if we get absolutely smoked, I might start to panic, but I don't think we will. And, a loss. It's not really good podcasting because it's more entertaining if I'm losing my mind. But I don't know. I just have a lot of faith that we're going to be fine. So until we're not, I'm Cool Hand Luke over here.
Cool Hand Luke.
There you go.
Eat a bunch of hard-boiled eggs.
Huh?
Did you just reference Cool Hand Luke and then didn't know that he ate a ton of eggs for a vet in prison?
I didn't even know he went. I don't even know he's a real person. I just heard the
Cool Hand Luke
term.
is a movie.
I just heard the term.
Watch the movie, Luke.
So.
Yeah. Well, that's your week 6 pre-cap week 6 pre-cap. Do you want to get into some college football? Frack, we understand if you have to go.
I could. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
You can dictate it if you want. We can just go
so
off
going
of that.
to the Ivy League.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Top.
All right. Ivy League locks of the week.
That's a completely wrong direction.
Oh man, this was a fun week. This was a fun week of college football.
Yes,
people were going into this week saying that this was apple picking day. This was pumpkin picking day. This was pumpkin patch day. So many upsets. I do want to start off. Penn State, their defense is nasty. Got a nice win, up to 4 in the polls. Love that. 3 of the top 4 teams are Big Ten teams. Love that. And Ohio State win.
Apple picking day. That's why you just stay single. Get dunked on, everyone else. We had all day to watch football.
Ohio State just smoked Iowa. Wasn't even close.
Ohio State looks good.
Yep.
Really good.
Yeah. What game do we want to start with, boys?
I think there's obviously one that we
Boise State. Ashton Genty is so good at football.
Yes, very good.
He had like 183 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then didn't even play the second half.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a freak. He is a freak athlete. He's
a certified freak. 7 days a week.
7 days.
Yeah,
at least one day a week.
Dude, he is so good at football. Like you can just tell. And the crazy thing about it is too, you could talk to me and probably say that Genty could be a first-round pick next year.
He should be. He absolutely should be.
Dude, he has so much. He has so much tread left on his tire.
He should be able to sign right now.
He's going to have so much tread on that tire still. Like, yeah, he had one like this big year, but like outside of this, like he didn't really have a big role last year.
Yeah.
You know, like he should be a first round pick, and he deserves everything. He's been balling out.
He's a stud.
Yes. Yeah.
Any I don't know how much we're covering the games from this past weekend, but do you guys have any you're looking forward to this weekend?
A lot of them. I do want to talk about
slate.
Vandy. Vandy upsetting Bama was awesome.
Yes.
Shout out Jake Coleman for being on the TV after that.
Right behind the coach after the game.
That was awesome. I was like, wait, I know him. Arkansas beating Tennessee. Two top 4
the Leo
teams.
meme.
Yeah, Leo meme. 2 top 4 teams going down against unranked is crazy.
I think that's just like what college football is now.
And I love it.
Yeah, it's you could say good things about it, you can say bad things about it. With everything with the NIL, with the situation at UNLV, like everything, but I think what the transfer portal and recruiting has done is made a lot of teams more competitive than before.
Yeah.
Because of it, and it has produced obviously great games.
Yeah. And I do want to talk about...
it was very fun.
Oh.
I would say it was very funny, like as a visual, to watch a goalpost be tore down and removed from an active construction site.
Yeah.
Like they're actively building that stadium, and the fans are actively tearing it down. I don't blame them though.
Funny.
Take it down, throw it in the river or wherever.
And they're gonna
Dude, they took that thing right down to Broadway. It was insane. They took that thing right down to Broadway.
And then they threw it in the water.
Yeah.
And I saw they pulled it up.
Yeah,
and are selling it.
Yeah, they're actually doing a really good thing with it. They're selling footballs, helmets, pieces of the goalpost, game. Yeah, I think I said game balls, like everything from that game for a charity. It's great.
Okay. NIL?
Great
charity, aka to pay for their fine for having the goalpost there.
Yes, it's probably a little bit will go to the fine, but no, it's a great thing that they're doing. I think they're doing it for the hospital. Cool. I think
that's smart. And then Michigan is a bunch of bums.
Trash.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Trash.
Not good. Not good this year.
Love to see them lose.
Well, they don't have a quarterback. They don't have a true quarterback.
Now, this was an inside source. An unnamed, anonymous, we'll say representative of a D1 program was quoted saying, "They are not good. They don't have a quarterback."
Yeah.
Breaking that live on the show.
Yeah.
Breaking.
So that's interesting, and I have to say I agree.
I do agree. But yeah, week 7 is going to be fun. October 12th. Yeah. People have had it circled on their calendars since the schedule came out. We have some fun ones. Texas, Oklahoma.
Red River, always an awesome game.
Yeah, the Red River shootout. I will not call it the showdown. It is the shootout.
Dude, it's awesome. Love it every year. Yeah. One of my favorite games.
It doesn't matter who's better, who's ranked higher. It's going to be a fun game.
Dude, that game has started so many. I mean, that's where Caleb Williams started. You know, like when you really think about it, like awesome. Yeah.
Heartbreaking for me. I was hoping USC would be ranked when Penn State played them. But I think that still should be a good game. A classic Big Ten mashup. And I feel like almost any time that Penn State's in a Rose Bowl, they're playing USC. So, it should be fun. And then Luke, the main event.
State, Oregon.
The main event.
That game's gonna be awesome.
It is.
I cannot wait.
At Oregon.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be electric.
Conference game. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be a great game.
Shades of the national championship 2015.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah,
very.
And also, LSU Ole Miss will be good too. The over under for that is in 64. They're expecting 64 points. That's crazy. But yeah, I don't really have anything else on college football. I just wanted to talk about
before you go, we're going to do, before we go, we're at 104. We're going to do our NBA preview probably not next week, but the week after. Do you have any takes for NBA this year? What about your Bucks?
My Bucks. Whew. The Bucks are going to be an interesting show. It's going to be really interesting. I think what really needs to happen is, first off, everyone needs to stay healthy at the same time. I think that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you have to have Middleton and Lillard and Giannis playing, but I think you're going to see a big trade by the Bucks at the deadline. If Middleton's playing well, I think Middleton will be traded at the deadline, and I think we'll try to get their star. Yeah, I think I just don't think it will work with those three together. I think that you have to get someone else, maybe someone younger, to help with the load on offense. But I don't see a team that can beat Boston in the East.
The Lakers will trade you Bronny James for Giannis.
Oh, that's a fair trade. That's a fair trade.
Well, his name is LeBron James. We will trade you LeBron James.
Yeah. Both of them. We'll trade you 2 LeBron Jameses for one Giannis.
Should we get all the Antetokounmpos out of this, Luke? Should we see if we can get all the Antetokounmpos?
Sure. Yeah.
We'll trade you all the LeBron Jameses in the league for all the Antetokounmpos in the league.
I don't know where the other one is. There's one that's not on the team. I don't know where he is because I think Alex is still.
I think there's a couple that aren't. Is Alex in the Bucks G League?
I think so. I want to say Alex is on our team.
Yeah.
In the G League,
and then,
but I want to say Kostas is gone. I think he's done.
I think he's overseas.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he's overseas. Kostas Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
I had that Lakers jersey that was misspelled. It was awesome. Okay, yeah. Well, for what it's worth, I'm very high on the Bucks this year. I think it's a bounce back year, and I have them coming out of the East.
Great.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Should we?
Giannis MVP. Giannis reasserts himself. Yeah, we're going to do an NBA bingo card. So, Frack, if you come up with anything you want us to include it, let us know. Does that make sense? We're going to do and see if throughout the season if we can connect 5. We're going to make 25 spots. One of them, for example, will probably be like LeBron James' knees contact the floor in protest of a referee's decision.
Nice.
So we'll have all kinds of different, bingo cards.
Oh, I have one. I already have one. LeBron...
It can't be a LeBron James bingo card. It cannot be a LeBron James bingo card.
No, what was it anyway? Just give it to us.
LeBron James spanking Bronny James on live TV for being a bad boy.
All right.
We'll be sure to include it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Frank, before we wrap up, where can people find you on social media if you want to share that? If not, we understand.
Yeah, if you want them to find you.
No, they're good. They don't need to find me. You don't even know what the hell I'm doing. You're good.
Okay. Frank, are you gonna retweet this episode?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Don't worry, we'll tag you.
Yeah, we'll tag you.
Oh, great.
We'll tag you. We'll tag your employer.
Oh, perfect. That'd be awesome.
Coworkers.
That'd be great.
Shout out.
Yeah.
That's me.
Shout out Boop. Yeah, no, let's
shout out Boop.
Shout out Boop.
Shout out Boop. I thought this was going to be like a Talk To episode, though. That's what I thought this was going to be.
Yeah. We're competing, man. That's our competition. It's us and Talk To It. But it's listen, it's Hawktober, so it's hard to compete.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with Hawktober.
That's really a thing?
Yeah.
It's
Hawktober.
Hawktober. You don't know about Hawktober?
I don't. I just know about Pookie. That's really it. I just know about Pookie.
Pookie's looking golden.
That's fine. Yeah, Pookie looks good.
Well, Frank, do you want to shout out other places you used to work for before this, or before the job you have now?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I will say this. I may or may not have worked at the Naval.
Frack is our most decorated friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a Christmas tree.
Yes. I do want to shout out the midshipmen over in Annapolis, Maryland, the Naval Academy.
Can I? Yeah. So you're saying, like, you worked for them, right?
Sure.
Did you? No, did you work for them? Were they one? Okay. Yeah. So I want to give you some credit because they're balling right now, and those are Frack's guys.
They are.
I'm going to say it. Those are Frack's guys.
Some of them are, and I'm happy that they're doing so well. I mean, I think it's a change in the offensive scheme, but they're balling out 5-0. Hopefully, we can have an undefeated Army Navy game. That will be amazing, and they could play back to back weeks, which would be crazy to see if they.
Yeah. Also, obviously, I knew you worked for them. I just wanted to give you a chance to say no if you didn't want to share that.
Yes, no, I
also
know.
want to. I would also like to thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Jesus.
I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
And I won't forget the fracks who died.
Okay.
No.
Still here talking to us right now. So.
Well, not if Micah Parsons got drafted by the Eagles.
Yeah.
Full circle moment right there.
We'll talk to y'all next week.
Yeah. That about does it. To get sappy real quick, Frack, we are super proud of you. So
thank you.
For real.
Thank
keep
you.
I
working
brag
hard.
about you all the time.
Thank you, guys. No, it's nah, man, it's awesome. Everything's going good with me. So
Okay, you don't need to brag. Don't brag.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nobody likes to brag.
But no, man, it means a lot. I mean, if y'all can make it out to the game, just let me know. I can get y'all tickets.
I will be close.
Yeah, you all let me know.
Or will he? We don't know because we don't know where Frack works, and we do know where Caleb's moving. So
yes.
Wait, hold on, Luke. I meant to mention this on the other episode. On Black Friday, Creed is going to be playing at MSG.
Oh, might have to pull up, Frack. Pulling up for Black and Mild Friday.
Oh my God, Black and Mild Friday with the Creed. Oh no. Oh,
that would be electric.
Dude. Oh God, that'd be so awesome.
That would be awesome.
Oh my God, that'd be electric.
Like Black and Mild Friday.
Oh, Black and Mild Friday. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, are these the 2 longest episodes we've put out combined? Because
Probably.
We're up there.
Probably. We just trapped Frack, not let him leave. Called his bluff and then made him sit here for over an hour.
I wasn't sure if he was going to click the link.
Hey,
you did.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, shout out Frack.
So.
You're the man.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it was great.
And the rest of y'all will shout out to you for listening this far. But we'll talk to you next week.
Peace.